Yes, so good day. Hey, it seems as though the thing is getting crazier and crazier every day. Huh? Seriously. Now I'm thinking about it. Okay. With rules and regulation that is being passed these days, Right. So if you have to go party, you'll have to be vaccinated, If you have to go maybe who knows, maybe in a grocery now, you might have to be vaccinated soon, but we know if you gotta go in a restaurant to get something to eat, then you have to be vaccinated. If you have to go for your children in a daycare, you might have to be vaccinated. Hey, everything these days seems as though you have to be vaccinated. So you can't go in a bar and sit down and drink because you'll have to be vaccinated. So these days, if you have to drink a Clark's Coat, basically you have to be vaccinated to drink your Clark's Coat. If you want to drink some Rivers, you have to be vaccinated. If you want to drink Carib, you have to be vaccinated. Because basically that is where you get your stuff. Somebody tell me that just now, maybe if you are to go to any businesses and stuff like that, then you have to be vaccinated. So I don't know. I mean, just looking at it, it's like apply to do everything, apply to get you to vaccinate and everything like that. So then these days, if you want to eat a piece of KFC, maybe you have to show up your vaccination card to eat a piece of fowl. I mean, it's really crazy. We don't know. You want to go in a restaurant to eat a callaloo soup or one of your favorite oil long. If you don't feel like cooking today, then you have to be vaccinated. So if you ain't vaccinated, then there is a good chance you might just starve. Well then, we know the thing going already. Some people talk about you have to get vaccinated to work and then, hey, let me tell you something. Everything. Maybe you have to walk home too because a Maxi might say, you know what, you're not vaccinated. It's the law. Before they charge me, show me your card. So in that you find yourself in that position there, so you're kind of locked off from everything. Yeah, and that is crazy, but I will tell you something. You see, the human nature is a different kind of nature what most people who are humans doesn't understand. I don't know if them is animals and they don't understand it, but let me tell you something. There is a rule that say that when you attack a man's livelihood, you understand? It's like you take his life. It's like you kill him. Maybe not literally, but then if you take his means to survive, it's like that's an attack on the man's very existence. Then ask yourself why let us be road rage. Somebody give you a bad drive, you get scared because a man threaten your life basically. With his foolishness, he wanna take off your head. I'm just saying that. Now the situation is this. If you try to block people from going on the beach, you know what they will do? They will break down the fence. They will mash up the fence and still go on the beach. That is a reference. Remember that. That is a Grenadian quote. You could quote me. If you block Grenadians from going on the beach, they're gonna break down the fence and go on the beach. Remember that. If you all want to have peace, you want to have stability in this country, if you want people to love your people, if you want to leave a good name behind, please don't try forcing people to do things against their will. Don't try putting us or anybody else against our back against the wall. Don't do that. When you corner a cat inside a house, small like how that cat is, you can't win it. You see, there are certain things you have to handle diplomatically, not like a mad person. You understand? We watching. It's simple as that. We looking, right? You're not supposed to deal with people like that. The other thing a lot of you doesn't understand is this: that when you see you coerce or you force people to do things against their will, right? That influence you have on them, you see, it only lasts for a moment. And when it wears out, and they get to that self-realization that you screw them over, or you force them to do something that they really shouldn't do or they really didn't want to do. When that little witchcraft you work on them, you understand? fade out, then it's you to pay right now, and it wouldn't be pretty. You see, it doesn't even make sense you telling people that you actually giving them COVID vaccination for the health. That ain't happening. Let me tell you something. Right here in this country, you understand, we know the situation of our health system for years. We know it. We knew, and we know nobody was making that effort, that big grand effort to better our health system. You understand what I'm saying? So during that time when people get sick and a whole lot of babies were dying in the hospital, maybe from some kind of infections and everything else that happens in the hospital, lack of the proper medications and everything, that wasn't caring for us in this country. No, it was not. It wasn't caring for us. So that whole drive in pretense of care, you understand? Watch, that basket not holding water. It's as simple as that. It's not holding water. The best thing anybody could do is explain to people what is the situation here, give them a choice. Let they choose. Let they do what they need to do. But for the past couple of months, I've seen leaders who sold the people to the business community so they could do to the people as they please, as they want. And we know how most businesses are. We know. It's not like we don't know. There are businesses in town that is so exploitative that they're exploiting their workers on a monthly basis. $600 and $700 a month. And then we have what? We have a minimum wages act in our country. But then you have certain people paying people $500 and $600 a month for working every single day. Well, except on the weekend Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? People with children and responsibilities. It is happening. You understand what I'm saying? So then we know most definitely how the things are. Yet we were sold down the river by people who we call leaders. I mean, everybody have the ups, everybody have the down, everybody have the good, everybody have the bad. But come on, man. There are certain things that we have to just leave it alone. If you are not exporting it, just leave it alone. You understand? I mean, come on. As I said in a previous video, we have news and we have information of people who died and they were fully vaccinated. They end up in the hospital just like people who did not vaccinate. Now let me tell you this. Let me just express that. You have people who are not vaccinated. They had COVID. They lasted our friends like that. They stayed home for the 14 days. On the 14th day, they were turned clean and pure, back to work on the 15th. Yeah. It's the truth. So then, why give these people this notion in their head, this thing, idea in their head that as long as you're not vaccinated, you will die? I'm talking about people who had the Delta variant. Well, I'm not too sure scientifically, but I guess that is what exists now. You understand? And they survive just like normal. And then we could see it up on medias and everything like that. So try time, just chill a little bit, just chill, ease up the thing. You understand? I mean, ensure people do what they're supposed to do, wear your mask, whatever, be careful, do your social distancing. But don't push it down people's throat like that, man. Let people sit down and get used to the idea. You don't crucify people because they don't want to do exactly what you say. No, don't do that. Show people some respect and some love, man. you know. But if so it is, then just remember, huh, I'm watching.